What up, YouTube? This is Chris G, the master aquaponics machine. Just built my first. I'm actually in the process of building my first home indoors aquaponics setup. I'm actually doing a mix between aquaponics and hydroponics, applying sort of the principles, the best of both ideas. Again, this is my first setup, so I don't know if my idea is necessarily going to work or not, but hey, you know, trial and error, you never know. So I'm going to spin the camera around and kind of show you what I've got so far here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a little, well, where is my spin the camera option? Okay. Alright. So basically what you see is a 250-gallon tote. And what I did was I cut the first about 13 inches off the top of the tote. Used my my Sawzall, my angle grinder, just to kind of polish up the edges. You know, try to eliminate any really sharp areas to keep myself from getting cut when messing around with it. I built this frame setup here that you can see. Basically, I tried to use as much reclaimed lumber as possible. Unfortunately, I did have to go and spend a little bit of money at Lowe's to get a few 2x4s. But you know, for the most part, this system, I paid $35 for the tote. I bought two 10-foot sections of the SS PVC, which is the type of PVC that you use for like sewer drainage. So it's not as thick, it's not as expensive. I want to say like a 10-foot section was like $7. So I bought two 10-foot sections, which I was able to break up into 4 hydroponic tubes. These little end caps are kind of expensive. They're like $3 or $4 a piece. That was really probably the most expensive part of this setup, but I had to have 6 six 90-degree elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'm employing the Bell siphon in my upper tank. I haven't got it installed yet. Basically, what I was just trying to do was test to make sure that I had the water flow accurate when the water drained out, that it funneled through all of the different tubes and down, which means when I was building the frame setup, I had this back end raised at 30 inches off the ground, went to 29 3/4 on the first far end, then coming to this end I had it at 29 1/2, and then finally a drop of 29 inches. And as you can see, I've poured a 5-gallon bucket of water in, and it drained out perfectly. Now I haven't sealed all of my PVC joints yet. I wanted to make sure that I had the draining working properly. But I mean, it is working absolutely perfectly. So my next plan is, I do have some of these sheets of the styrofoam that's got the reflective surface. Not only is this going to act as an insulator, but it's also going to help reflect all of the light that I'm going to be hanging. I've got this nice 10-foot beam here, and I think what I've decided to do is go with LEDs. Been doing a little searching. Obviously, LEDs are more expensive. However, if you go to eBay, you can get LED bulbs that have the 168 LED bulbs in them, and they're quite a bit cheaper than if you buy them, at Lowe's or something like that. They're about half price. I mean, it's still like $17. The other option is to go with the fluorescent, well, like these types of deals right here. Those are relatively inexpensive. They put out quite a bit of light. The only issue is, the only difference between those and LEDs is you get a broader spectrum of light with the LEDs, which is going to basically act to soak through all the layers of the plant, as opposed to some of these other types that really just hit the surface of the plant. So I don't know. I'm trying to to decide what's going to be the best way to go. I may go the cheapest route first and go with those, and then switch to LEDs later. But basically, my idea is I'm going to have the clamp lights. I'm not going to have the hanging work lights. Those are just, I don't know. I don't feel like they put out enough light. So I'm going to get the hanging clamp lights. I'm going to try to get 10 or so across this beam. By having the reflective stuff on top, I'm going to put it on the back and on both sides. I mean, I should really be able to maximize the amount of light that's coming into my system. Um, once I get all this PVC and everything cemented down the way I want it, you know, I'm going to go through and make sure the system's clean and that I've got it the way I want it, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use lava rock. You know, I see people using clay pellets. You know, I think really pretty much any type of cleaned rock is going to work. I think lava rock, you know, it's fairly inexpensive. It's like $3 for a bag. Probably take me, I don't know, maybe 10 bags to fill that up. But I'm going to use lava rock. And I'll come back here in a second once I've got my bell siphon built and post a video on how I did that. So anyway, post your comments, tell me what you think about this setup. If anybody's done one like this before, tell me the pros and cons and give me any suggestions. Obviously, I'm going to be drilling holes in all of these to put my plants in on all of these. So, you know, I've really got a decent amount of growing area. So, I don't know. Hopefully it works. All right, appreciate it.